The acclaimed.
Yo, listen.
Yo.
Hopefully Cesar Comanche doesn't call me whack after this. Hopefully this can be a Missy Ann's, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, daddy of two now, dreams are coming true now. Brady came to town, we got the W now. He's TB12 with 3 different Izzels in 1 week's time. Panthers, Ravens, and Giselle. Just keep on pounding. You hokey, we a pack of dogs, cause we keep on hounding. Came from behind like a cop waiting on 540. Bright lights at night in Raleigh, cause you know we live, shorty. Hey, just hit the ice and catch the vapors. Stretch a Martine, cause they naughty by natures. They sleeping outrageous. You deacons can't wake us. Knocking pit to May, cause they can't out Drake us. Had to do a quick 12 real quick.
Yeah.
Talk about what's going on in sports real quick.
Chris does this every week, by the way.
Oh yeah. Nah, I've listened to him before. I've checked y'all out.
It's like I've heard some things.
Yeah.
You need the Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah, that's what.
I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys
off.
talk. I'll hook you up.
All right. Gotta grade me. Be honest with the grades. If it's an F, it's an F. I'm cool with it.
See, but it's a sliding scale because
Dang, it's
Grading you on a curve. We're grading you on a curve.
because you're not an international rapper, Chris Lee.
You're a sports journalist, man. This is a lot of sports journalists won't do this. So therefore, I feel like for that, and when did you start? When did you write that? When did you work on it?
This is last night.
So that was just last night. So therefore, I give you a strong, man, you got a strong 89.
Oh, okay, that's a B plus.
Okay.
It's a B plus.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And I did mess up a line, so
But
if I would have had it,
going.
if I would have had it,
That's
together.
a professional move.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta keep it moving, right?
Mhm.
Hey, you know what? On to the next.
That's right.
That's really like. But he does this every week, so we do it to the theme of the acclaimed because we're big wrestling nerds. Obviously, coming up here dressed like the Dudleys.
They're dressed like the Dudley Boys right now.
Now, Cesar Comanche joining us here in studio on Culture State. A couple months ago, I would say. It was probably like back in August. There's a Justice League reunion show. So Big Pooh put out a new album recently, performed at the Poorhouse in Raleigh. Chris and I were there. You show up, EA Flow, Median, Legacy, Fonte.
Almost everybody.
Pretty much everybody. Sean Don was there. Joe Scudda showed up as well. Just it's Sean Boog. Trying to make sure I don't forget everybody. But it was this reunion of you guys coming together. Now, a lot of people may not know the Justice League. You guys just weren't one big super group. You guys were just a group of guys who collaborated with each other, correct?
Right.
Because a lot of people think like, oh, you guys are just one big group. No, you guys had your own individual things going on, your small groups, whether it's the away team, little brother, yourself individually. But you guys all were able to work together and collaborate together. So what was it like for you all just to be back on stage doing a show together?
It was weird.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah, it was weird. It felt good. Unfortunately, everybody in the crew wasn't there, but they were there in spirit and, musically, they were there too. Just a lot of cats, not really me, but a lot of cats in the crew hadn't performed in maybe a decade.
Yeah, I know Sean Boog said it's been about 10 years since he's been on stage.
Wow.
He's still been putting out music, but actually performing live.
Right. So it was just really cool to see everybody. Glad cats are still alive.
That's the other underrated part. Something tragic could have happened, and somebody maybe not could have made it. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. So it felt good. Just to see the people having a good time and how it came off, and it's one of those things because we're notorious for not rehearsing, and we've done that for decades. Like for some reason, we have chemistry where it just clicks. So that is kind of a good or bad habit that we just didn't. In that whole situation, the way we did it and us going in that medley and Pooh set, that was just something we didn't know the order. We didn't know anything. We just had to make it work in the moment of how they had set it up. So, it's good that we can do things that way. But yeah, it came off real smooth, and yeah, just had a good time.
Let me ask you this: as far as the current the current state of rap, I should say, in North Carolina. You have guys like Lute West, who is kind of on a come up. Shame Gang, who's on the come up, and Sean Don is his manager.
Right.
What do you ever hear from any of those types of guys who are like, "Thank you for helping to lay the foundation of what we could achieve, at least on a independent level, locally, and how it could move to a more national, international stage"? Is that something that you've heard from those types of guys?
Yeah, honestly, I'd never expect that type of stuff.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, like
That's
anytime
awesome.
any of those
Yeah.
cats say any of that stuff, I'm always surprised because I never even think when you're in something or in the middle of something,
don't see
you're
yourself
not
as- yeah.
right. You're not
Yeah.
thinking about how somebody else sees it. Or
Yeah.
I did, they have to remind you that you made an impact. At least me, anyway.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm always surprised when people know who I am, and people are like, why are you surprised? Like, I don't know who's watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I just do my job, and it's like, man, I listened to this dude in college, and he knows my name. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Okay, so that's something that you have heard, personally from certain
and
people.
and for me, it never gets old.
Yeah.
It never gets old. I'm always very grateful to have had a positive anything to do with the impact on people.
All right, real quick. I know we only got about 2 minutes left here in the show. That's Cesar Comanche joining us here in the studio. I just want to remind everyone out there that the WREL Voters' Choice Awards presented by M&F Bank are available right now. Go to WREL.com/contest to see the top finalists in more than 140 categories. Again, that's the WREL Voters' Choice Awards. How important was it, Cesar, for you all, not just yourself, but Justice League, to represent North Carolina, to include that in your music? Like, how important was that for you guys? Or is that just something that just consciously came about?
I feel like if you honestly honestly express yourself, then that's gonna happen.
Okay.
I feel like we never, as far as I can remember, at least I know, speaking for myself, I feel like I never leaned heavy on that. I make references here and there, and some references you got to catch them. But at the end of the day, it's like if you represent yourself honestly, then where you live, where you're from, how you grew up is going to be in your art,
I know we're running a little short on time, but as people out there, especially if they're hearing your name for the first time and the associations, or if they haven't heard from you in a long time, like maybe they went to college around the time you did and just maybe kind of like lost touch or something like that. What do you have new out? What's happening? What's going on? What can people check out? What can people look up?
Okay, yeah. All right, my latest project with Pomac called "A Promise Not to Sting." And the Cesar Comanche and Pomac. We've been, working on hopefully putting some shows together for next year. Pretty much you can find me anywhere at Cesar Comanche, CesarComanche. And yeah, and it's me really. It's not nobody working for me talking to you. So like hit me up. Yeah.
All right. That's Cesar Comanche. Thanks for your time. Thanks for coming in here. I feel like we could talk to you for like 3 more hours, really, but we are out of time.
And I got an 89 on my.
Yes.
Hey, man, let's go.
Yes.
Shout outs to the 89.